one of the ways we create menus is with a list item, and then we use display inline block to get those horizontal. So we're going to recreate this menu here, and there'll be a couple of gotchas along the way, and so we'll just figure those out together. But I just want to show you those. And so the first thing that we want to do is we're going to use UL and then LI for our menu, and we're going to have 5 items, right? So that's going to be multiplied by 5. And there will be some content in there, and the content's going to be menu item, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So I put the $sign in, and this is the emit notation. And I think I have everything there. Let's look at it. So there we go. Menu item 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ULLI. And now we're going to start formatting that. And so the first thing I want is I want this to be horizontal. So if we look at it right now, boop, 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 boop. Here's what we're going for. Here's what we've got. Okay? And so I want those to be horizontal. So I'm going to go back here and I'll try LI display inline block. So now those are all there. And they also took away the bullets, which is kind of cool. Right? But if I didn't have that and I still had the bullets, I could then do list item, style, list style, image, position, type. List style is the shorthand for image and position and type. I'm going to do type none. And then there are the bullets. Now they're gone. So just for thoroughness, maybe include them both. Right? So there we have. And then we're going to want a border around this. Border is going to be like, I don't know, 1 pic solid red. Let's make it 2. Boom. Now we have borders around that. And now we want border radius around it. So I don't know what order you want those in. Maybe that's the logical order. Get rid of the list style type, none. Make it display inline block. Maybe that should be first, just logic. And then border, 2 pics solid red, and then border, radius, and just 50% will round all that. That's pretty round. Let's take it down to 20, right? And we're going for that kind of a look. So we'll have to work on that. We also need a size change here. So we could put the font size and just call it 2rem right there. So now they're bigger. And then inside here, I'm going to undo this because we also want anchors. So the anchor is going to be around this. And then that is all going to be 5 of those. So notice how I'm making my emit. Okay, and let's look at that. And so now we have an anchor around each of those. You see that? And for the href, I can put the attribute there. Href is equal to pound. For some reason, I'm really good at emit. Right? See it? And let's see if we need anything else there. I'll just leave that emit there. But what else might we need there? That's not the comment I want. That's the comment I want. So now we have an anchor in there also. And so in my anchor element, and you know, logically I kind of think, which do I want first? And I don't know, I think I'll do my anchor first because I'm working from the inside out. I'm going to add padding in like 15 pixels. And so what's going to happen when I do that padding? What?
Want to get bigger?
Yeah, right? Because it's going to push out. There's going to be the item, the text, which is one thing, and then the anchor. And then between the anchor and the anchor's border, it's going to create 15 pixels of space. And so it only did that on, look like the left and right, not top and bottom. right? And that's on top and bottom. So that's kind of interesting. And we also have this text decoration. So we could do text decoration, right? And there's text decoration, shorthand for color lines, all this. So we just want to do text decoration line none. So that line's gone.
One more thing, you probably have to fatten up the padding a little bit.
Yeah, padding didn't do it. Just to experiment with that, font, and we're looking for that one that is the line height. Font family, feature, kerning, language size. Kerning, is that it? What would it be? What was that setting? So we'll go look to MDN. Line height, that's what I thought it was. So it's just line height, it's not font. So we have that line height is like 1 or 2, right? So let's just try line height and see what happens. Line height 2. That kind of helped, right? So that's one approach to it. Let's see if there's another approach. And we'll leave that out for a second. And I guess we're working on that one. So what happens if we add padding to the LI? And we don't have it to the anchor. Well, that kind of did the same thing. Did you see that? Right, here's padding with the anchor and not the LI. It's flat. But padding to the LI and not the anchor kind of filled it in. So I think I'll take these line height and padding out up here and do just padding 10 pixels here. And now I want maybe a little bit of margin. So content padding, border, margin. So I'll bring this down. Content padding, border, margin. And we'll do just like 5 pixels. And maybe not on the top, bottom, and just the right, left. There we go. And now I want my border to be a little bit more round, so I'll take that up to maybe 30%, 40%. Like, I really like that. Why am I getting such a, right? Like it's breaking off it's not getting the full round there. So I think I need to go up to 100% and see what that looks like. That's pretty round, but that's still not, it's a different look than that. So we're putting the border on the LI. What could be given that flatness right here? Anybody have any ideas? Times if we add padding here. Kind of space things around a little bit. Times if we add content padding border. Let's add border. Well, that's an interesting border, isn't it? How do we get the border around the anchor? Because now if my thing comes over the border, I get a finger, but I'm not really over the element. Because that's the anchor's invisible area. And then this is the LI's area. So if I do a border radius on this one, that's looking closer, right? But they're not matched. I'm going to go to 40%, see what that looks like. How do I get that anchor and the LI to match? Border radius 40. Padding is 10 pixels on the anchor. Border radius. Right, like on this one you can see there's the black, there's the red, and they're really nicely matched. Text decoration, line none. Padding border. We have font size. LI font size. Display inline block, list style none, padding, border radius, margin 5 pixels between them. I'm stumped. Let's go look for inspiration. And here's our inspiration. Is that it? Is that it? Box sizing. Here it is. So we have the UL is list style type none. We have the LI is border radius 50 pixels, and display inline block. So let's try changing from percent to pixels. 50 pixels, 50 pixels. Wow. Right? So percent to pixels made it do that. And then how do we get the black out? So LI anchor, this has a padding 10 pixels, but this does not have any pixels. So maybe we just want the anchor pushing out on the LI, right? So the anchor is going to push out on the LI, and we'll switch this so it matches the other code. So we want padding here, but not here. Well, those got a little closer. So LI has border radius, and display. Our LI has border radius, and display. And list style type none. We could do these on the UL, just kind of make it similar. So font size can be on the UL. List style type none can be on the UL. Let's just like see if that actually does it. Yeah, took care of it, right? So we have LI, border radius, border radius, and display. Border radius, and display. And we put a margin on here. Let's take that off for now. I just brought it in. And then on the anchor, we have padding, border radius. And we have padding, border radius. And then the anchor, we did display inline blocks and text decoration none. So let's try display inline block and see what that does. Isn't that a trip? We had to make them the same display to get them to match. And then we just want to hover. So when there's the LI gets hovered, background color is green. That's pretty much the same, right? Identical. Just a different hover color. All right, so I want you to recreate this. there's the code for you to look at.